Batting second at third base, number 6, Ryan Callanan.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Wichita South High School for today's matchup between the Dodge City A's and the Midwest Moos. I'm Justin Hergert. I'm here flying solo today. There is no radio broadcast, so we are right here on YouTube only, and I will promise I'll try to do my best that I can. So we're going to get started with the lineups. First, for the A's, batting first, number 3, Ty Walton, right field. Batting second, number 2, Carlos Arellano, playing second base. Batting third, playing first base, number 27, Doyle Kane. The cleanup hitter, the designated hitter, number 4, Hunter Durow. Batting fifth, the third baseman, number 23, Albert Lovano. Batting sixth, the catcher, number 30, Makana Olaso. Batting seventh, center fielder, number 20, Brett Graber. Batting eighth, number 18, Griffin Williams. And I'm going to step aside for a minute for the national anthem. And welcome back to Wichita South High School. This is Justin Hergert. I'm filling in for Sean Boston. We will not have a radio broadcast tonight. However, we will have voice on the YouTube stream. It is myself flying solo. So here we go. We'll redo the lineup for the A's. Batting first, number 3, Ty Walton in right field. Batting second, number 2, Carlos Arellano at second base. Batting third, number 27, Doyle Kane at first base. The cleanup hitter is designated hitter number 4, Hunter Durow. Batting fifth, third baseman number 23, Alberto Lovano. Batting sixth, catcher number 30, Makana Olaso. Batting seventh, center fielder number 20, Brett Graber. Batting eighth, the left fielder number 18, Griffin Williams. And rounding out the lineup for the A's, a shortstop number 1, Mikey Kane. Starting pitcher for the A's is number 25, Ryan Spear. And for the Moos, the lineup looks like this. Batting first, second baseman number 4, Sam Smith. Batting second, third baseman number 6, Ryan Callanan. Batting third, the left fielder number 5, Casey Vogan. Batting fourth, designated hitter number 29, Scott Seeker. Batting fifth, number 25, Hunter Tiffany at shortstop. Batting sixth, first baseman number 24, Peyton Collar. Batting seventh, right fielder number 28, Mark Beleza. Batting eighth is the catcher number 9, Alejandro Geronimo. And rounding out the lineup for the Moos is the center fielder number 1, Willie Fleece. Starting pitcher for the Moos is number 12, Caden Harris. Caden Harris on the year has appeared in 3 games, pitched for 3 innings, does not have a record. And let me get you just some more of his stats here in just a second. He has an ERA of 15, has allowed 5 runs on 4 hits and walked 7 and struck out 7 in 3 innings. So that is the lineup as it stands right now. We'll be getting the pitchers are finishing their final warm-ups, and we will be underway shortly. Again, we're here at Wichita South High School.
Now batting for the Dodge City A's, Ty Walton.
As Ty Walton steps into the box. And we are going to get started early tonight, ladies and gentlemen. First pitch temperature is 82 degrees. First pitch was thrown down at 6:59. And Walton takes ball 2. So the count currently 0-2 to Walton. Walton in the right field today, batting .348. Takes pitch 3 down in the dirt for ball 3. The A's are coming off of 5 straight wins as Ty Walton takes strike 1. Again, the A's are coming into this game after playing a long road stand and then 3 games at home previously against the Pipeliners that they won. Walton takes ball 4 on the outside and will draw a walk for our first leadoff.
Now batting number 2, Carlos Arellano.
That brings up Carlos Arellano, the second baseman. Carlos steps in batting .234 on the season. And like I said, it's currently 82 degrees, feels like 83, so not a bad day here in Wichita. Could be a whole lot worse for this time of year. Not much wind to speak of, though. Carlos Arellano takes ball 1 down low below the knees. Walton will take his leadoff out and off of first base. And there goes Walton on the pitch. That's a strike to Arellano, and Walton steals second. Currently 1-1 to Arellano. Arellano takes ball 2 high, and as the pitch is thrown back out, it's dropped, and Walton will advance to third. So after a leadoff walk, Walton has stolen to second and now advanced to third. And that is a 2-1 count to Arellano. Arellano draws ball 3 high. The count's now 3-1 to Arellano. We're in the top of the first here from Wichita South High School. The A's taking on the Midwest Moos. Ball high for a second walk of the game, and Arellano will trot down to first. That'll bring up the first baseman, number 27, Doyle Kane. Kane steps in batting .284 on the season. The A's have runners on first and third right now after 2 walks to start the inning. Kane swings at first pitch, flies one out to center field. It's caught for a sacrifice. Arellano advanced to second, and that scores Ty Walton.
Now batting the DH, Hunter Duro.
That'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Hunter Duro, number 4. Duro steps into the box, batting .394 on the season. Probably one of the hotter bats on the team as of recently. Duro takes ball 1 down low in the dirt, blocked by the catcher. And so far in this early goings of this game, Caden Harris, the pitcher for the Moose, has struggled with command. He delivers another ball low for ball 2. Count's currently 2-0 to Duro. Walton got on a walk, stole over to second, stole over to third, and came home on a sacrifice fly from Doyle Kane. Duro takes strike one towards the outside edge of the plate for a count of 2-1. So that leaves currently now we have Ariano out at second, who advanced from first after walking on. And Duro will take ball 3 high, and Ariano will advance to third on a stolen base. Count's currently 3-1 to Hunter Duro, and the A's have already scored one here in the top of the first. Hunter Duro drives one out to left field, going. It bounces off the wall. That'll score Ariano easily, and Duro in with a stand-up double. So the hot hitting continues for the Hunter Duro. And now the A's lead 2-0 in the top of the second here from Wichita South High School against the Midwest Moos. That's going to draw a mound visit to Caden Harris. And the mound visit is over. That will bring up Albert Lovano. Lovano steps up to the plate, batting .254 on the season, and is playing third base for the A's. So to recap where we've been so far here in the top of the first, we have one out. And that out came on a sacrifice fly by Doyle Kane that drove in Ty Walton. Lovano takes ball one down low in the dirt, and that allows Duro to advance to third on a stolen base. So again, here in the early runnings, we're going to see the A's. They are being aggressive on the base pass, which we have seen as of late. Ball high, now 2-0 to Lovano, with Duro now at third base. After a stand-up double and then stealing to third, Lovano pops one out of play, foul behind us. Makes it 2-1 to Lovano. Lovano makes contact on that one and drives it foul over the right field line. So here at Wichita South High School, it is 340 down the right field line, 400 to center, 340 to left. And this is a natural surface. You heard Sean talk about it on our last broadcast here 4 days ago. The base paths from home plate to first is a natural surface, as well as covered in grass, as is the base pass from home to third. That's a pass ball low in the dirt for ball 3, and that allows Duro to come in and score. The A's now lead 3-0. No one on, one out. And it is a 3-1 count to Lovano, who pops that one foul as well. We'll do the 3-2 count over again. Ball high, and that will be a walk to Alberto Lovano as he goes down to first.
Now batting number 30, Makana Olaso.
That'll bring up Makana Olaso, our catcher for the evening. He is batting .448 on the season and has been a constant in the A's lineup here as of late, and that is another mound visit from the Midwest Moos. And we're going to have a call to the bullpen. We'll tell you all about it here as we step aside. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back to Wichita South High School. This is Justin Hergert. I am flying solo tonight, filling in for Sean Boston. Again, this broadcast is not on the radio. We are just live on YouTube. So, after the first 6 batters and 1 out, the Moos make a call to the bullpen to bring in Jackson Tracy. So that'll close the book on Harris. He goes a third of an inning. Well, not quite close the book on Harris. He goes a third of an inning, faces 5 batters, throws 15 balls, 8 for strikes. So not quite the start that you would hope for a starting pitcher. Struck out none, walked 3, allowed 1 hit, and has 1 batter on base so far. That will bring up Makana Alasso, the catcher, batting .448 on the season, and we'll tell you about Mr. Tracy here after a bit. Alasso steps in the box with a runner on first, 1 out. Lovano's on first. Alasso first pitch swinging, and it is a double play, a 6-4-3 double played in the inning in 1 pitch. And that will do it for the top of the first inning. The A's score 3. We'll be back with the bottom of the first here in about 1 minute. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back to A's Baseball. You're listening alongside with Justin Hergert here live at Wichita South High School, and we are headed to the bottom of the first. That for the first pitches for the starting pitcher, number 25, Ryan Spear. Spear has appeared so far in 8 games as 1-1 on the season and has 1 save and 1 save opportunity. He's pitched 18 2/3 innings. has his ERA is 10.12 on the season so far. He's given up 5 home runs, walked 6, struck out 10, and has started in 1 game. So that is a stat line on Ryan Spear as we are about to get underway with the bottom of the first. For the Moos, that will bring up their leadoff hitter, number 4, Sam Smith, playing second base.
Second baseman, number 4.
Smith steps in, batting 200 on the season so far. And the A's are hopefully trying to get out of this in a short one like they did just 4 days ago here, where we saw a run rule victory in 7 innings. Smith delivers high and outside for ball 1. And we are underway in the bottom of the first. Again, at the top of the first, the A's score 3. And that's where we stand right now for a score of 3-0. That's ball 2 down in the dirt. 2-0 to Smith. The batter pops it up. Walton will give chase and catches about 6 foot inside the foul line for the first out of the inning.
Shortstop, number 6, Ryan Callahan.
That'll bring up number 6, Ryan Callahan. The third baseman steps into the box, batting 111 on the season. Callahan swings at the first pitch he sees and fouls it back. 0-1 the count to Callahan. Second pitch. Down and inside a little bit for strike 2, and that's 0-2. Just a hair to the outside, a bit of a slider. 1-2 the count. And that'll catch Callahan looking on the inside corner for strikeout number 1 of the inning and strikeout number 1 for Spear.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 5, Casey Vogan.
So that's 2 up and 2 down so far. For the number 3 hitter, the left fielder, number 5, Casey Vogan steps in, batting .348 on the season, and will take pitch number 1 in and low for ball 1. It's pitch number 2 on the outside edge, catches the strike zone 1-1. That one's called strike. Inside edge. 1-2 the count to Vogan. And as we've seen, Spear is a strikeout kind of guy. He has the capability. Vogan's not going to take it. He swings, drives one into the shallow left field. Lovano gives chase but can't come up with it, and that'll go down as an infield hit. So the Moos have their first base runner of the game, and we'll bring up the cleanup hitter, Scott Seeker, the DH, hitting .333 on the season. Seeker batting from the left-hand side. Seeker swings and drives one deep to right field, and that one will one-hop the fence for a ground rule double. So with that hit, the ground rule double, that will give the Moos runners at second and third now. And Hunter Tiffany at the plate, the shortstop. Tiffany batting 156 on the season, takes ball one inside for 1-0 the count. We're in the bottom of the first here from Wichita South High School. A's currently leading 3-0. Tiffany swings and fouls one over the right field fence, evens the count at 1. The A's just played the Moos last Thursday on this same field and came away with a run rule victory on that one. Went home to get run rule victories again the next 2 nights at Cavalier as they face the McPherson Pipeliners, and won again last night in a game where the A's spotted the Pipeliners 7 in the bottom of the first to come away, take the lead, and actually win that one for their first comeback victory of the season. 2-1 the count to Tiffany. Runners on second and third for the Moos here in the bottom of the first. Spear didn't like the pitch he was seeing from his catcher, Alasso. Shakes off another one. Comes set. And here's the pitch to Tiffany. Strike 2 on the inside corner. Again, Tiffany steps in on the season hitting 156. So Lovano, Tiffany swings on that one, trying to avoid the strikeout. Hits a dribbler down to third base. Lovano fields and is a little bit late. That'll go down as an infield single. That ball was hit deep and slow. And there's just nothing that you could do. And now the Moos have the bases loaded here in the bottom of the first. Huh? So, sorry about that. I was wrong. The bases were not loaded. The Moos had runners on first and third. And Tiffany attempted to steal down to second, got the steal that sent Seeker in motion headed home. And Seeker was caught in a rundown, and that will end the inning. That makes it 3-1 Moos. We'll head to the second. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back to Wichita South High School. Brett Graber steps in, takes and hits pitch one foul down the right field line. Again, this is Justin Hurd. I'm filling in for Sean Boston, who's on vacation, and we don't have a radio broadcast tonight. We were just right here on YouTube. As Graber fouls off pitch number 2. Count's currently 3-1 to Graber. I apologize as I was off on the count. Graber steps in, currently 3-1. Takes ball 4 inside for a leadoff walk. And that will send Graber down to first base and bring up the left fielder, number 18, Griffin Williams. Williams steps in, batting 143, someone we haven't seen in the lineup as much as of late. I'm sure Griffin would like to step in and get some good contact baseball going here. So we have Williams stepping in. We're in the bottom of the second, or top of the second, sorry. Williams takes pitch 1, drives it out to right center field. Right fielder slips as it goes by, and that is going to drive Graber around. He's coming home. And that is a stand-up triple for Griffin Williams. And the A's lead 4-1 here in the top of the second as, again, Williams just first pitch swing and drives one out to right center field. And as the right fielder's giving chase, he overruns it, slips, and the ball gets up against the fence to allow Graber to come around and score from first. So, just goes proof to show you that those walks will come around to haunt you. So now we have Mikey Kane, the shortstop, stepping in, batting .359 on the season. And Mikey will take ball 1 up high. 1-0 the count to Mikey Kane. Pitch high and outside for ball 2. 2-0 the count. Mikey Kane, the number 9 hitter, and that will bring up the number 3 of Ty Walton next. Kane swings at a pitch, drives it foul back behind us to make it 2-1. Two and one the count to Kane. Curveball comes in. He drives it out to right center field. That one will drop in for a hit and will score Griffin Williams to make it 5-1 A's. And the A's are just hitting at will after driving Caden Harris, the starting pitcher, out after just a third of an inning in the top of the first. And now they've gotten to Jackson Tracy as well. So we're back at the top of the order with Ty Walton. Walton led off last inning with a walk. And there's first pitch inside and high to Walton, ball 1. Walton's hitting .348, and definitely if you get Walton on, he is a threat to steal. Walton swings at one and drives it out to right field. That'll give chase. And that'll stop the runners. Tony Gonzalez, manager for the A's, stopped the runner, advancing runner at third. Walton had to slow up, actually scampered and fell down and had to scamper back into second base. But the runners are safe, and we have runners at second and third. So that's a double for Walton. That brings up the second baseman, number 2, Carlos Ariano. Ariano also had a walk last inning and takes strike one on the outside corner. Ariano in a bit of a slump a little bit. You can't tell it by his batting average at 234, not a horrible average, but has been a strikeout victim here as of late for the A's. 1-1 the count to Ariano. He drives that one out to shallow center field, and that'll score Mikey Kane as well as bring in Ty Walton, and that will make the game 7-1. And that leaves Ariano at first. That's no outs for the A's so far. The A's have scored 3 here in the top of the second. And that brings in the first baseman, number 27, Doyle Kane. Doyle Kane drove in Walton in the last inning on a sacrifice fly. There's ball one up high to Doyle Kane. Ball two, low and outside, and as Phil Stevenson would say, in the dirt. I have a feeling the Moos pitcher is going to get a workout behind the plate tonight if that keeps up. 2-0 the count to Doyle Kane. And he's going to pop one foul down the left field line. Tony Gonzalez will barehand it and put it back into play. 2-1 the count to Doyle Kane. Kane drives that one, fielded by the second baseman, flipped to the shortstop, over to first for the twin killing to give the A's their first 2 outs. So that is a 4-6-3 double play. And 2 outs for the A's in this inning. The A's leading 7-1 here in the top of the second from Wichita South High School against the Midwest Moos. Again, I'm Justin Hergert filling in for Sean Boston. And there is ball one to Hunter Durow, low and outside. Durow hit a stand-up triple in the first inning and come around to score. There's ball two, again, low and outside. So far, the A's got to the pitching staff early and drove Caden Harris out after just a third of an inning. Ball three inside, and that makes Jackson Tracy's now at 23 pitches through just one whole inning, an inning and a third of work. That pitch catches the corner of the plate to Hunter Durow. 3-1 the count. That ball fouled sharply down the left field line, sent Tony Gonzalez scampering out of the way. Counts full now to Hunter Durow. Durow hitting .394, and like I said, one of the hotter bats on the season as of late. Takes ball four outside for a walk. And I think one of the things that you're going to hear us talk about throughout this game tonight will probably be the amount of walks. And we have a substitution. Aaron Harper will pinch hit in the 5-hole for Albert Lovano. Harper sees first pitch and fouls it off down the right field line. And Harper steps into the season. Harper hitting .295 on the season, has played in 27 games, 78 at-bats so far. Harper takes strike 2 over the plate for 0-2 to Harper. Dureau down on first base after drawing a walk. And we are in the top of the second here from Wichita South High School. That's a wild pitch on the outside. The catcher dives, and Dureau is off and into third base standing up. So after drawing a walk, he steals down to second on the wild pitch and advances to third. And that is 1-2 to Aaron Harper. The A's leading 7-1 here in the top of the second. And that pitch on the outside corner catches Harper looking for the first strikeout. And we will head to the bottom of the second. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back to Wichita South High School. This is Justin Hergert filling in for Sean Boston. Again, this broadcast is not on the radio on KBUF, but we are live right here on YouTube. That'll bring up in the bottom of the second, leading off number 24, Peyton Caller. Caller steps into this box, batting 167, and this is his first at bat, takes ball 1 outside. The A's have already batted around the order and have scored 7 so far in this game. That is ball 2 low and outside to Caller. Spear delivers. That ball popped fouled off the right side to make it 2-1. There's strike 2 on the outside corner to even the count at 2. Not much wind here to speak of. And that pitch is outside to bring the count full to Caller. Spear back out for a second inning of work. Swing and a miss, and I believe that is now the second strikeout.
Now batting the right fielder, number 28, Mark Beleza.
That'll bring in the right fielder, number 28, Mark Beleza, batting .231 on the season. Beleza will hit from the left side. And that is one out for the Midwest Moos. Beleza takes first pitch and fouls it straight back above us. 0-1. That's pitch or a ball on the outside to make it 1-1 to Beleza. Spear delivers, swing and a miss, 1-2. Here we are, we're in the bottom of the second. A's leading 7-1. There's a pitch low and outside, stopped by Alasso to even the count at 2. Beleza makes contact with that one, drives it foul on the right side. Kane will give chase, but can't get there. We'll repeat the 2-2. Spear delivers. Swung on and driven through the gap into left field. That'll be a one-out single for Mark Beleza.
Now batting the catcher, number 9, Alejandro.
So the Moos now with 4 hits in this game, and that will bring in the catcher, Alejandro Geronimo, hitting .500. Has only played in 1 game so far. So that .500 number can be deceiving. Geronimo swings first pitch. Foul tipped into the glove for strike 1. Ball low and outside, and Beleza was taking off like he was going to steal on that pitch, but decided to go back to first. 1-1 the count. Geronimo swings and drives one out to right center field, but is caught by Ty Walton for the second out of the inning. And that will bring us to the bottom of the order. In the center fielder, number 1, Willie Felice. Felice steps in, hitting .133 on the season and bats from the right-handed side. Spear looks in, checks on the runners, comes set, and they appeal down and they say that he went strike 1. I'm not quite sure that he actually went around, but the base umpire said he did. Felice makes a half-hearted swing, fielded at second or shortstop, thrown over to first in time for the final out of the inning. So the Moos do not score, and Strand 1, the score stands 7-1 as we head to the top of the third. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back to Wichita South High School. Justin Hergert calling this game in the absence of Sean Boston. Again, we are not on the radio, but just right here on YouTube, and I'm glad that you're with us. That will bring up, here in the top of the third, Makana Olaso. He steps in 0 for 1 so far. A ground out in his last at bat. And Olaso will step in to face Jackson Tracy. Tracy came in relief of Caden Harris, who went just a third of an inning in the top of the third. Olaso looks. Pitch 2 inside. Hit him. Looks like on the elbow. And he'll go down to first after a hit by pitch. And the A's have a leadoff runner again here in the top of the third. Olaso bent over, not feeling that great after taking that pitch inside. Looked like it was on the elbow, but it may have been just a little bit higher in the bone area, and he's doubled down. We're going to put in a pinch runner, and we'll tell you about it here in just a second. Olaso's going to go over, probably go out of the game. We're going to substitute, and we'll tell you all about it. Pinch runner is going to be number 19, I believe, Clayton Coates. Coates will step in, so that means he will take over the catching position. So we're going to put a pinch runner down on first base in the number 19 of Clayton Coates. So after that hit by pitch, which we will see Olaso exit the game, that will bring up number 20, Brett Graber. Graber, a 304 hitter on the season, walked in his last at bat and takes a strike down on the lower part of the zone. 0-1 to Brett Graber. Graber started this season off in a bit of a slump, not really getting much contact, but has come on as of late, which you can see in that 304 batting average as he fouls one straight back to make it 0-2. The A's leading 7-1 here in the top of the third. Graber swings at that one, drives it foul over the right field line, and we'll do the 0-2 pitch over again. That pitch is delivered up high, sends Brett backwards a little bit. 1-2 the count. So to lead off the inning, Olaso gets hit by pitch. We substitute. We have a pinch runner down at first now with Clayton Coates. That's on first. And we have Brett Graber at 1-2. Now 2-2 as he takes the ball outside in the other batter's box. That evens the count at 2. For the pitcher, Jackson Tracy. Pops it up straight back, and we've all lost it. That ball dropped right behind the batter's boxes in the green. I'm not going to lie. We all lost it. The catcher lost it. Everybody lost that ball. And so now we will do the 2-2 over again. Tracy's set, ready to deliver. There goes Coates, and that pitch is fouled off and will send Coates back to first base. 2-2 the count to Graber. Tracy's got his pitch. Delivers high and outside. That will bring the count full. And the A's have taken a commanding 7-1 lead. Graber pops that one up. The second baseman gets underneath it and will catch it for out number 1. So with 1 out, Clayton Coates on first. That will bring up Griffin Williams. Williams, 1 for 1, hit a triple in his last at bat. And it was a stand-up triple nonetheless. That was a ball. That is a strike to Williams. And that will send Coates stealing down to second. Again, Williams hit a stinger of a ball. He hit it out to right center field. Right fielder was giving chase, slipped up on it. That ball got all the way to the fence. And now that is a ball that bounces, gets away from the catcher, and advances Coates to third. 1-1 the count to Williams. Tracy delivers. Williams swings it, drives it to second base. He will be out for out number 2, but that will drive in Coates to make it an 8-1 lead for the A's.
Now batting the shortstop, number 1, Mikey King.
So Williams hits a triple and then grounds out, but still manages to drive in Coates. And we're back at the bottom of the order in the 9 hole with number 1, Mikey Kane. Kane, in his last at bat, hit a single and takes pitch number 1 outside in the dirt for ball 1. Pitch inside makes it 2-0 the count to Kane. Again, this is Mikey Kane hitting in the 9 hole, steps in, hitting .359 on the season against the right-handed throwing Jackson Tracy, who delivers ball 3 down low in the dirt. And I told you I was going to tell you about Tracy and never did. Tracy delivers ball 4 for a walk to send Kane down to first, and that will bring us back to the top of the order. In number 3, Ty Walton. This will be Walton's 3rd at bat of the game so far, and again, we are in the top of the 3rd. So back to what I was talking about. The pitcher, Jackson Tracy, has played in 12 games, has an 0-1 record, has pitched 34 1/3 innings, 37 hits, 3 runs, 6.82 ERA, 1 home run, 29 walked, and 20 struck out in 6 game starts. That was a 1-0 pitch, called for strike, and that sends Mikey Kane down to second. A stolen for Mikey Kane gives us a base runner at second base and a 1-1 count to Ty Walton. Walton swings at a pitch low and in the zone for strike 2. 1-2 to Walton. Again, we have a runner down at second base. That pitch down low, again, in the dirt. And these Moos catchers are going to get a workout tonight. Walton calls time and steps out of the box. So the sun is starting to set here in Wichita. It's getting lower on the horizon. I about bet we see the lights come on as Walton swings at a pitch and drives it foul behind us to repeat the 2-2. Tracy trying to get out of this inning, and the A's trying to extend on their 8-1 lead here in the top of the third. Tracy delivers ball low to bring the count full. That's 3-2 now to Walton, with Mikey Kane out on second base. The A's have already tacked on another run here in the third. So far in this game, the A's have scored 3 in the first, 4 in the second, and now 1 in the third, and that is ball 4, outside for a walk to put runners on second and first.
Second baseman, number 2, Carlos Arellano.
That brings up Carlos Arellano to the plate. Arellano so far in this game is 1 for 1 with a walk and a single. And Arellano comes and looks at ball 1 down low that gets through the catcher's legs, and that will advance runners to second and third on the passed ball. And now I'm almost wishing that I would have started Phil's tradition of counting the balls in the dirt. So if you were listening along the last 2 nights, we know that Sam Smith, the catcher for the McPherson Pipeliners, got a workout behind home plate. And we started counting balls in the dirt. Maybe I should have done that here tonight. Arellano swings on a pitch, drives it out to center field. That will score 2 more to make it 10-1 on a stand-up single that scores Walton and Mikey Kane.
Now batting, number 27, Doyle Kane.
And that will bring up the first baseman, number 27, Doyle Kane. Kane checks a swing on a ball down low to start off with a 1-0 count. Doyle Kane's had a bit of a rough start here tonight. 0 for so far. Hit a sac fly that drove in a run, and then hit into a ground out double play his last at bat, and takes ball 2 high. 2-0 the count to Doyle Kane. Tracy comes set, and there's ball 3 low and outside. So far, Tracy has struggled a little bit with command. He's thrown 60 pitches, 27 of them for strikes. So you can tell that he's struggling with control so far. There's a strike low and inside, catches the inside part of the plate to make it 3-1 to Doyle Kane. Again, we're here at Wichita South High School. We're facing the Midwest Moos. And Doyle Kane swings a grounder up just to the left side of the pitcher's mound, and that will advance runner to second.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 4, Hunter DeRoe.
And brings up our designated hitter, number 4, Hunter DeRoe. DeRoe's been swinging it well as of late, and we'll see if that hot streak continues. Takes strike 1 inside over the inner third of the plate. And DeRoe wants to know where that one was for sure. It looked good from back here, but again, I'm not the home plate umpire. DeRoe swings that one and lines it sharp at the third baseman. who will pick it up and take it for out number 3 on a fielder's choice. And that will end the inning for the A's. The A's leading 10-1 here in the top of the third. We'll go to the bottom of the third. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back to Wichita South High School. This is Justin Hergert filling in for Sean Boston on vacation. And we head to the bottom of the third with the A's leading 10-1 over the Midwest Moos. And the lights come on here at Wichita South High School. And that brings up number 4, Sam Smith. Smith last at bat flew out. Takes ball 1 down low. Takes a pitch over the plate for a called strike. 1-1 the count to Smith. And that ball comes in, bounces low to make it 2-1 to Smith. Ball 3 to Smith. Nice night here in Wichita. Wichita's an area that's known to be muggy, but it's not that way tonight as Spear delivers a strike over the outside edge of the plate to bring the count full. Spear's kind of been having his way, but delivers the ball low for a leadoff walk. And that'll bring up the third baseman, number 6, Ryan Callahan. The Moos with a leadoff runner down at first. A's leading 10-1 here in the bottom of the third. Callahan shows bunt, takes it for strike 1. The Moos wearing their home white uniforms with tan or gold numerals. Picture of a cow on the front. The A's in their road green pants, gray pants, green tops, white numerals. Callahan fouls one off to make it 0-2. Again, this is a natural surface here at Wichita South High School. The warning track is dirt, and it is all the way around the field, so as you can see in the bottom of your screen, it does come around behind home plate. Callahan drives a dribbler. Stone will get there in time and throws out Callahan on a 2-3 ground out that was hit real slow up towards second base. That is enough to advance the runner over to second, and that's the first out of the inning for the Moos. That will bring in Casey Vogan, the left fielder. Vogan in his last at bat hit a single and takes first pitch down the right field line. Walton gives chase and catches the ball, throws it in, but that advances the runner to third. So that will bring up, with 2 outs, a runner at third, brings up the designated hitter for the Moos, number 29, Ryan Seeker. Seeker hitting .333 on the season. Seeker hits from the left-hand side, so a righty-lefty matchup. Spear delivers. Strike one on the outer edge of the plate. Seeker drives one foul down the right line. 1-1, 0-2. Seeker in his last at bat hit a ground rule double over the right center fence. And Spear delivers ball one down low to make it 1-2 to Seeker. Seeker swings at that one, drives it out to second base. Stone delivers on the 4-3 ground out. They leave one stranded but do not score. It's 10-1 A's. We'll be back in the top of the fourth. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back to Wichita High School. This is Justin Hergert filling in for the vacationing Sean Boston. We've played 3 complete innings. The A's leading 10-1, and the Moos have called to the bullpen yet again and call in number 22, Townshin Kurth. Kurth has appeared 3 times so far, pitched 5 innings, allowed 6 hits, 4 runs, has an ERA of 7.2, has walked 4 and struck out 3. So that will be the new pitcher for the Midwest Moos as Aaron Harper steps into the plate. And we actually had a defensive substitution last inning. That would be the number 11 of Brad Stone, now playing out at second base as Harper takes pitch 1 out on the outside edge for strike 1. 0-1 the count to Harper so far. And that pitch is down low in the dirt, evens a count at 1. Again, we're in the top of the 4th here from Wichita South High School. The A's leading 10-1. And Harper takes a healthy swing at that one. 1-2 the count. Again, I welcome you along for those following along on our YouTube channel. And we are not live on the radio tonight, just right here on YouTube as Kurth prepares to deliver pitch 4. Called a ball just off the outside edge, evens a count at 2. Kurth comes set again. Harper delivers that one to third. It's caught. And the throw down to first is in time to get out Harper for a first out. That brings in Clayton Coates, who came in after Olaso was hit by pitch. Olaso took that pitch in his left elbow and then exited the game in pain. And now we have Clayton Coates coming into bat. Kurth delivers a ball just a bit outside that sends the catcher diving that still gets away from him. 1-0 the count to Clayton Coates. Coates is hitting .259 on the season, has played in 28 games. So the 2-0 count is low. Coates swings at it 2-1. Coates has, again, played in 28 games, had 54 at-bats, 12 runs, and 14 hits so far. That's ball low for ball 3. 3-1 the count to Coates. And this is Coates' first at bat of this game after coming in substitution for Makana Olaso. Fouls that pitch back to the fence to make the count full. And there's the pitch, just off the outside edge of the plate. Coates will draw it a walk. And that brings up Brett Graber.
Batting the center fielder, number 20, Brett Graber.
Graber so far has walked and flown out for an 0-1 at bat. And Graber steps in as Kurth delivers strike 1 over the plate. That ball again towards the outside edge of the plate, strike 2. That's 0-2 the count to Graber, who can be a strikeout victim. We have Coates down at first. Graber looks at ball 3 wide outside, and that'll send Coates into play down to second. That'll be advancing on a passed ball, as that ball was catchable by the catcher, but he was definitely stretching out into the other's batter's box. 1-2 the count to Graber. Graber swings at that one and drives it out, but it is caught in right field, and that is not deep enough. Coates does not advance, so that'll be the second out of the inning.
Now batting the left fielder, number 18, Griffin Williams.
And that brings up Griffin Williams to bat. Williams so far on the season is hitting 143. Like I said, started out hot, got in a little bit of a slump. We'll see if he can get out of that. So far, Williams had that leadoff triple in the top in the first inning, grounded out in his last at bat, and looks at ball one that gets back to the backstop for a 1-0 count so far to Williams. The A's have scored 3 in the first, 4 in the second, 3 in the third, and have not scored yet in this inning, but are threatening with Coates down at third. That ball outside makes it 2-0. And Williams looks at ball 3 high at the letters. That is a 4-pitch walk to Williams, so that will put runners at first and third.
Now batting the shortstop, number 1, Mikey Kane.
And that brings up the 9-hole hitter and number 1, Mikey Kane, playing at shortstop tonight. With 2 outs, runners on first and third. Kane looks at ball 1 outside in the other batter's box, 1-0. So far, the Moose pitching staff has struggled with command in this game, and it shows as the A's have a healthy 10-1 lead here in the top of the fourth. Kurth is set, delivers high for ball 2. So far, Kurth came into this inning and has pitched 21 pitches, 8 of those for strikes. So like I said, command has been an issue for the Moose pitching staff. Mikey Kane drives one towards left center field. That ball bounces off the fence and rolls. That will score Coates and Williams. And Kane is into third base with a triple. That is now 2 in this inning. And the A's just keep rolling with just their 8th hit and 12 runs scored, and that rolls us back over to the top of the order in Ty Walton. Ty Walton steps in, and I believe this is our now starting our 4th trip around the order. Ty Walton takes a ball high and outside for 1-0 count. Runner down at third with the stand-up triple. Mikey Kane. That's 2 triples that have been hit so far in this game by the A's hitters. 2-0 the count to Ty Walton. And the A's are just having their way with the Moose pitching staff tonight. Walton looks at ball 3 outside. So far, Walton has walked, hit a double, and walked. Takes the 3-0 count, pops it foul to make it 3-1. That pitch low and over the plate even brings the count full at 3-2 to Walton. That pitch is up high at the letters for a walk. And that puts runners at first and third for the A's with 2 outs so far in the inning. And now that brings up the second baseman, number 11, Brad Stone, who came in relief of Carlos Arellano last inning to play defense. So let's go look at Brad Stone's numbers. Brad Stone has appeared in 22 games, had 50 at-bats. He's hitting .360 on the season so far. Stone is responsible for 12 runs, 18 hits, and has walked 10 times. He has 10 RBIs as well and has struck out 7 times. So, the A's definitely have been hitting at will tonight. And there's a pitch down. Walton takes off on a strike. Walton's down at second. That pitch high makes it 2-0. Stone swings at that one and fouls it back over the third base dugout. 2-1 the count to Brad Stone. And I don't know if you can hear some of the fans jeering over here, but definitely have come to expect this kind of play from the Midwest Moos. Stone takes that ball outside to make it 3-1. Runners at second and third, 2 outs here at the top of the fourth. A's leading 12-1 from Wichita South High School against the Midwest Moos. That pitch swung on is fair down the third base line. Left fielder goes and grabs it in foul territory, and that will be a stand-up double for Brad Stone. That RBI double now makes it 14-1, and we're going to have another substitution, a pinch hitter coming in for Doyle Kane. Ramos, if this stands true, will now play first base. And Ramos hitting in the third hole for Doyle Kane. We have 2 outs, runner on second. A's leading 14-1. That ball is delivered outside for ball 1. Ramos steps in. Pops pitch number 2, foul behind us against the backstop. Ramos has played in 12 games, has 21 at-bats, and is hitting .095 on the season so far. His first big hit came against the McPherson Pipeliners on a big hit to right center field, and he takes strike 2 over the outside edge. He wasn't real happy with that one. Ramos swings at that one, drives it out towards right center field. Right fielder over for it, and that will end the inning for the A's. The A's strand a runner, but lead 14-1. We're headed to the bottom of the fourth. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back to Wichita South High School. Justin Hergert filling in for the vacationing Sean Boston. We are live right here on YouTube. We are headed to the bottom of the fourth with the A's leading 14-1.
Now batting.
And the A's have just been hitting at will so far in this game. And here in the bottom of the fourth, we will lead off with Hunter Tiffany, the shortstop, stepping into the plate, hitting 156 on the season. Tiffany in his first at bat is 1-for-1, hit a single, takes first pitch out towards right field. Walton chasing, and will gather it in fair territory for out number 1 for the A's.
Now batting the first.
A quick one pitch, one out.
The Killer Keller.
And that brings in Peyton Keller, the first baseman, hitting 167. Keller in his first at bat was a strikeout victim and takes strike one on the inside part of the plate. Ryan Spear, in his fourth inning of work so far, has been efficient. And Keller fouls that one off towards the A's dugout to make it 0-2. And quickly, Keller's down in the count. One out already here in the bottom of the inning. And he'll pop that one. That's Brad Stone giving chase. That one will drop in for a hit single. Stone was giving chase in Walden. It was just in that right area where it was a hard area to get to, and that one drops in for a one-out single. And that brings up the right fielder, number 28, Mark Beleza, hitting 231 on the season. And Beleza's first pitch swing and pops that one up towards third base. Aaron Harper goes back into the grass and gathers that one in for out number 2. And that will bring in, after 2 quick outs, the catcher for the Moos hitting 500, Alejandro Geronimo, who just joined the team. So that 500 at bat is a little bit deceiving, as he's not had many at bats with the Midwest Moos. Takes pitch one, swinging for strike number 1. And the A's have just been having their will so far tonight with the Midwest Moos, as Spear fires, catches the inside edge of the plate on Geronimo for strike number 2. And quickly Geronimo's down in the count. And that is a strikeout to end the inning. The Moos leave one stranded. The A's still leading 14-1, and we'll head to the top of the 5th. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back to Wichita South High School. We head to the top of the fifth, and that will bring up leading off with the designated hitter, number 4, Hunter Durow. And Townsend Kurth now with 1 inning of work. And the Moos staff so far has combined for 10 walks in this game and only 1 strikeout. So that tells you what's going on. And Durow looks at ball 1, high and outside. Durow so far on the game, 1 for 2, a double, a walk, and a fielder's choice. And Durow looks at ball 2 inside to make it 2-0. Durow swings and fouls 1 straight back. 2-1 the count to Durow. Again, we're in the top of the 5th. This is Justin Hergert filling in for the vacationing Sean Boston. And Durow takes ball 3 low and inside. 3-1 the count to Durow. And this is a game that you can't help but think that as Hunter Durow drives that one down the left field line, and he will make it into second base with a stand-up double to lead off the top of the 5th for the A's. So no outs so far in the top of the 5th with a leadoff double for Durow. And that'll bring in Aaron Harper playing the third base spot right now. And Harper looking to drive in another run for the A's. That first pitch is fouled off over the right field line. And a substitution for the Midwest Moos. New catcher coming in the game is Alex Garcia, taking over in the 7-hole for Alejandro Geronimo. That ball is a ball outside that scoots away from the catcher. 2-1 the count to Harper. And that, with that pass ball, that advanced Durow down to third, and that is a ball low for ball 3. 3-1 to Harper. Like I said, the A's batters have just been having their way tonight with 10, now 11 walks. And that ball's hit down the right field line, hit fair, bounces as the right fielder's giving chase, and that will easily allow Durow to trot down and score to make it 15-1, and Harper is in with an RBI double. So that's now 15-1 for the A's. The A's 15 runs so far on 10 hits. And that brings up our catcher, Clayton Coates. Coates came in for the injured Alasso after he was hit by pitch in the elbow. And he's 1 for 1. That ball hit down to right field, drops in for a hit. So that'll put runners on the corners for the A's with no outs. And the A's already leading 15-1 and will bring up Brett Graber. Graber has walked, flown out, and flown out. So he is 0 for 2 in his at-bat so far. Takes first pitch, drives it down to right field. Right fielder's under it, and that is deep enough. It will score Aaron Harper to make it 16-1 A's on the sacrifice fly by Brett Graber. So that is the first out for the A's, and Graber collects a sac fly, leaving Clayton Coates at first. And the A's leading 16-1, and ladies and gentlemen, buckle up. This one could break our high score again, as the A's are just having their way at the plate. Williams steps in and drives one. That's one going out to right center is going to drop in for a first pitch hit. That's going to put runners at second and first. And the A's just continue to pour it on here in Wichita tonight. And that will now bring up number 1, Mikey Kane. Mikey Kane hitting .359 on the season as a shortstop tonight. And the A's leading 16-1 here in the top of the 5th. Kane swings at a pitch high to make it 0-1. So far, the A's have scored 3 in the first, 4 in the second, 3 in the third, 4 in the fourth, and now 2 so far in the 5th with only 1 out. Kane pops that one out of play foul over the first base dugout. 0-2 to Kane. Kane is 2 for 2, a single, a walk, and another single. Correction, that last one was a triple, and it was a stand-up triple at that. Thank you to Cody over here who's helping me take stats as I'm flying solo tonight. And I know, it's a hard job to keep me in line. 1-2 the count to Mikey Kane. That one is popped foul and will fall in the bullpen, and we'll repeat the 1-2 over again. Again, we are live here from Wichita South High School as the A's take on the Midwest Moos. We're in the top of the 5th, the A's leading 16-1. The A's are coming off a sweep of the McPherson Pipeliners the last 3 games. First 2 were run rule games, and Kane will take that pitch in the left-handed batter's box to even the count at 2. The A's will be back home tomorrow as they face the Liberal BJs. Mikey Kane will foul that one off behind us, and we'll repeat the 2-2 over again. Again, the A's are back in action again tomorrow night to finish this long. I believe it was about a 12 days in a row where we've played. We'll finish that off tomorrow at home as Kane takes that ball down low against the Liberal BJs at Cavalier Field. The A's will have an off day then on Wednesday, and will travel to Great Bend on Thursday to face the Great Bend Batcats in a return game from earlier in the season. Kane swings at that one, drives it down the left field line foul, and the count will remain full. Runners on first and second for the A's with a full count to Mikey Kane. Kurth delivers a ball high and just a little outside, and that will load the bases for Ty Walton. Walton steps in hitting .348 on the season and has also kind of had his way with the Moose pitching staff tonight. Walton so far is 1 for 1, has 3 walks, and has hit a double. So Walton's been a little bit patient. Takes strike 1 just below the letters. 0-1 the count to Walton. Bases loaded here in the top of the 5th. No, 1 out for the A's. That pitch is delivered out into left field for a base hit. That'll score Coates, and that makes it 17-1 A's. And that is going to bring up a mound visit for the Midwest Moos. We're likely going to have a pitching change. They're just going to have a visit, likely talking about command. The Midwest Moos have really struggled with their command tonight. Kurth had come in. Kurth is the third pitcher for the Midwest Moos. Kurth has delivered 61 pitches so far, 30 for strikes, whereas Ryan Spear in his fifth inning of work is just at 59 pitches. So the Midwest Moos have really struggled here on the mound tonight, and it shows as the A's are having their way, and that's going to break up the mound visit and bring in Brad Stone. The bases are loaded with one out here in the top of the fifth. The A's currently lead 17-1. And that mound visit did prompt action down in the Moos pitch or bullpen. And that first pitch is delivered outside for ball one. Pitch two is outside to make it 2-0 to Stone. Bases loaded for the A's. A's leading 17-1 here in the top of the fifth. And the A's are looking for their next opportunity to play at home tomorrow night. That pitch is fouled off over the third base dugout to make it 2-1 to Stone with one out and bases loaded with A's batters. Kurth comes set, delivers, swung on and missed by Stone to even the count at 2. Kurth has his pitch, delivers, popped foul over the catcher, and we'll repeat the 2-2 over again. Becoming a really nice night here in Wichita. Wichita is an area that's known to be humid, known to be hot, especially this time of year. And after a first pitch at 82 degrees, that pitch is driven down to right center field. The right fielder giving chase. It's up against the wall. It will score 2, and Stone is in with a stand-up double. And that makes it 19-1 A's. And that will bring in Gabe Ramos, who came in the last inning, as Kurth is going to trade balls. Ramos steps in after a flyout in his first at bat. Takes strike one over the outside edge of the plate. Ramos collected his first big hit in the last series over the McPherson Pipeliners on a big-time hit that was driven out to right center field. And that ball down in the dirt, blocked by the catcher but off his glove, evens a count at 1. Kurth takes his time to go back out to the mound, looks in, gets a sign, and comes set. Delivers. Ramos pops that one up. It's coming back, and it's going to stay in play. They can't get a play on it, and that will make the count 1-2. Ramos lives to find another pitch on a foul ball that stayed in play with both the pitcher and the catcher giving chase. That one drops foul. Ramos will step back in as Kurth gets his pitch and comes set. Ramos drives that one. It's a high fly ball out to right field. The right fielder's under it. He'll catch it, and that one's deep enough. It will go down as a sac fly that drives in Walton and allows Brad Stone to advance to third. So that's a sac fly for Ramos that scores another runner to make it 20-1 A's. And that brings up our designated hitter in Hunter Durow. Durow has been on a streak as of late, And he will look at strike one towards the outside edge of the plate. DeRoe on the season has been hitting .394 and looks at ball one inside as he steps back just a little bit to even the count at 1. DeRoe drives that one through the 5-6 gap out into left field. He bobbles it, but it's going to be a stand-up RBI single as the A's now lead 21-1. The A's have 2 outs here in the top of the 5th, and that will bring in Aaron Harper. Harper came in for Lovano and has struck out, ground out, and hit a double to make it 1 for 3 and takes ball one down low for 1-0. Runner on first. 2 out for the A's. Harper swings at that one and misses strike one, sorry. The A's are well in control of this one at 21-1 here in the top of the 5th. Harper swings at that one a little low, strike 2. 1-2 the count to Harper with 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. That ball delivered down low, evens the count at 2 to Harper. Harper swings and misses and is a strikeout victim to end the inning. That'll leave one stranded. And the A's lead 21-1 as we head to the bottom of the 5th. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back to Wichita South High School. This is Justin Hergert filling in for the vacationing Sean Boston. We head to the bottom of the 5th. The A's leading 21-1. Yes, folks, that is right. 21-1 here in the bottom of the 5th. And Willie Fleece will step in, hitting 133 on the season so far. Fleece in his first at bat was a ground out victim and takes ball one. Fleece drives that one out to right field. And Walton's under it for a 2-pitch out.
Now batting for the Midwest Moos. The second baseman, Sam Smith.
And we're back at the order for the Midwest Moos, back at the top of the order, rather. Second baseman Sam Smith stepping in, hitting 200 on the season. takes pitch 1 for a strike. And Smith delivers that one low. Sorry, Spear delivers low for ball 1. Spear is out for his second inning, wow, 5th inning of work. 2-1 the count to Smith. Spear evens the count at 2 with a strike over the outside edge of the plate. Spear's been working efficiently. That one delivered low and outside for ball 3 brings the count full. That pitch outside draws a 1-out walk, and that will bring up third baseman number 6, Ryan Callahan. Callahan 0 for 2 so far, a strikeout and a ground out. Fouls off the first pitch over the first base side to make it 0-1. Here we are in the bottom of the 5th. 1 out for the Moos, runner on first. 0-1 the count to Callahan. Spear delivers that pitch on the outside edge of the plate. Catches it for a called strike 2. Callahan can be a strikeout victim. We'll see if Spear can collect another one here. Callahan drives that one over the outreach second baseman Stone. That ball is brought quickly back in to keep the runners from advancing. Runners now on first and second for the Midwest Moos. And that's going to bring in a pinch runner, or pinch hitter. And that
number 7, Evan Lira.
Brings in number 7, Evan Lira. Lira will step in for the left fielder, number 5, Casey Vogan. Lira steps in. Takes ball 1 low. Lira on the season is takes pitch 2, swing, and drives that one out to left center field. That's going to score 1, and Lira is in with a double. So, makes 6 hits now for the Moos, and they now trail 2-21. And that is that will bring the pitcher in now, hitting in the cleanup spot for the designated hitter, number 29, Scott Seeker. So that's Jackson Kurth now batting. And he'll take pitch number 1, and Mikey Kane will backtrack out into the grass for a 1 pitch out. And Hunter Tiffany now at bat takes first pitch and fouls it off to make it 0-1. And that's pitch 2 that catches the edge of the plate, strike 2 to Hunter Tiffany. Tiffany so far is 1 for 2, a single and a fly out. Tiffany makes contact on that one and sends it over the outstretched glove of Gabe Ramos. That'll score 2 to make this 21-4.
Now batting for the Moos, number 24, Kate Keller.
And that brings in Peyton Keller. Takes pitch 1 for a strike. Again, we're in the bottom of the 5th. A's leading 21-4. Keller 1 for 2 so far, a strikeout looking and a single. And that'll send Kurth running down to second on a stolen base on a pitch that was low to even the count at 1. A little bit of an excuse me there, as Keller didn't really bring the bat off his shoulder, but still made contact to foul it off. 1-2. We're in the bottom of the 5th. A's leading 21-4. Keller swings at that one and misses. Strike 3 on a strikeout to end the inning. We are headed to the top of the 6th, and the A's coming back to bat. A's leading 21-4. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back to Wichita South High School. This is Justin Hergert filling in for the vacationing Sean Boston. We are in the top of the 6th, and the Moos have made another pitching change, went to number 20, David Garduno. Garduno on the season delivers to Clayton Coates for strike 1. So Garduno on the season. Coates grounds that one over to the shortstop for an out. And that will bring up Brett Graber. And it does not appear that Garduno has a pitching record. Graber makes contact on the second pitch to foul that one off. Evens the count at 1. So Garduno does not have a record. when pitching. Graber makes contact with that one, sends it out to shallow left field. That ball's dropped. That will be a single for Brett Graber. The third baseman was giving chase to it, but it was hit just hard enough, but yet soft enough that no one could get to it. And that will bring up Griffin Williams. Williams so far is 2 for 3, a triple, a ground out, a walk, and a single. So his hitting average is going to go up. Williams' first pitch swing and sends that one up the elevator chute. And Garduno calls for it, gets it for out number 2 of the inning. And that will leave Graber over at first.
Now batting for the A's. The shortstop, Mikey.
And that will bring up Mikey Kane, the shortstop for the A's. Kane hitting .359 so far on the season. Kane will step in against the new pitcher, Garduno. Garduno delivers and Kane swings. That one ball delivered out into left center field. And that one will fall in for a base hit to advance runners to first and second now for the A's. 2 outs so far here in the top of the 6th. And we're back at the top of the order with Ty Walton. Walton so far is 2 for 2 with a walk, a double, 2 more walks, and a single. So we'll see if Walton can add on in his quest to maybe get through. And Walton swings at that one, drives it out into shallow right center. And here comes Graber. Graber's going to score. That makes it 22-4 A's. So we still have runners at first and second. Graber scores from second. So he was on his high horse coming around, and that will bring up Brad Stone. Brad Stone steps in to face the right-handed Garduno, who delivers ball 1 outside. And so far, the A's have scored in every inning of this game. And that ball is delivered low and outside for ball 2. Like I said, the A's are just kind of having their way with the Midwest Moos here tonight. That ball's delivered high and outside for ball 3. And the walks have been an issue for the Midwest Moos pitching staff. Stone pops that one up. Garduno trips on the mound, but shortstop is in to catch that for out number 3. And we are headed to the bottom of the 6th. The A's strand 2, but score 1 more to make it 22-4. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back to Wichita South High School. This is Justin Hergert. We are in the bottom of the sixth as the Midwest Moos come to bat. Ryan Spear, in for his sixth inning of work, delivers a pitch inside to hit the batter, and that is a one-pitch hit by pitch. And the Moos are in business with a runner down on first.
Number 17, Alex Garcia.
That will bring in the catcher, number 17, Alex Garcia. Garcia looks at ball one high. Want to know the count, so for the A's around the infield, it's Harper at third, Kane at short, Mikey Kane at short, Brad Stone at second, Gabe Ramos at first. Spear pitching and Clayton Coates catching as Spear delivers over the plate for strike number one. That ball down low in the dirt gets by the catcher Coates, and that will advance the runner on a pass ball to put runner at second, count 2-1. Garcia come in and has not had an official at bat yet. That ball inside as Garcia steps back for ball three. There is some action down in the A's bullpen. I can't tell who that is. Spear delivers that one over the plate for strike number two to bring the count full. And there's a swing and a miss for a strikeout victim for the first out of the inning. And that will bring in
Now batting to the Midwest Moos, the center fielder, number one.
center fielder one, Willie Fleece. Fleece is hitting 133 on the season. And the Moos have a runner out on second. Fleece swings at strike one to make it 0-1. Fleece is 0 for 2 in this game. And he drives one out to shallow left center. And they're going to stop the runner advancing at third. And the Moos are in business with runners at first and third with one out.
Now coming up to bat, the second baseman, Big Country, Sam Smith.
That brings up back at the top of the order, Sam Smith. Smith so far in this game is 0 for 1, has a fly out and 2 walks in his 3 appearances. So Sam Smith will face Ryan Spear in his 6th inning of work. Spear delivers, and that ball is hit foul to make it 0-1. Runners on the corners for the Moos. And the Moos are trying anything they can to cut into this 22-4 lead. Spear looks in. Got a sign and come set. Delivers. That one swung on and missed. And Smith is quickly down in the count, 0-2. Smith will step back in. Spear will take a look over at first. Fleece is off and running, but that pitch is fouled off, so we'll reset the 0-2 count again. And the Moos will have their bat boy. They'll bring out more additional balls as there's been quite a few foul balls fouled out of play here tonight. Spears got his sign and come set. That ball down and inside. That'll send Fleece in motion on a passed ball that Coates was trying to block down in the dirt. Just got away from him. That makes it 1-2. Runners on second and third for the Moos. Here in the bottom of the sixth, the A's leading 22-4. That ball is delivered out into right field. That'll score one, and that'll put runners on the corners again for the Moos with one out.
Number 6, Ryan.
And that brings up Ryan Callahan, the third baseman, hitting 111. Callahan so far this evening is 1 for 3 with a strikeout looking, a ground out, and a single. He swings at his first pitch, pops that one up. That'll send Stone back into right field. Stone catches that one for out number 2 and doesn't allow the runners to advance. So now we're 2 outs, and that will bring in
Now batting for the
Evan Lira for the Moos.
Number 7, Evan Lira.
Lira came in as a pinch hitter in his last at bat and has taken over in left field. And runner was off on first pitch, but that is flown out to center field, and that will end the inning for the Moos. The Moos straying 2, but pick up one more run, and we are headed to the top of the 7th. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back to Wichita South High School, where the A's face the Midwest Moos. I'm Justin Hergert, filling in for Sean Boston. And we are in the top of the 7th in what could be the final at-bats for the A's. As we are, like I said, in the top of the 7th, and this is a 10-run rule game. The A's currently leading 22-5 here in Wichita. Ramos steps in and takes strike 1. And that pitch is a little bit wild. I'm not sure how that one didn't quite hit Ramos, but either way, he got out of the way. That's 1-1. So the A's are in business here. And that pitch is delivered outside for ball 2. Ramos is 0 for 1 with a sac fly and a fly out. That ball is hard hit and will one hop towards the fence, and Ramos is digging for third. And Ramos is in with a stand-up triple. That ball was stung hard and hit out into the deep part of right center. And that ball was thrown in, not in time, and Ramos collects a triple and adds to the hit parade for the A's, now at 20 hits. And we will have a pinch hitter as the number 7 and Matthew Mandeville steps in. Mandeville is coming in to pinch hit in the DH spot and takes strike 1. Mandeville taps that one. It's going to go out into right center, and it's going to drop in for a hit as they give chase but can't get there. And that will score Ramos, and the A's now lead 23-5. And now that'll bring in Aaron Harper. Harper on the season has come in, well, Harper in this game came in to substitute for Lovano. And Harper in this game is 1 for 4. Harper will take strike one down low and over the plate. Runner on first, and Matt Mandeville after that RBI single. And Harper fouls that one back over the backstop to make the count 0-2. Harper puts that one on the ground. Second baseman gives chase. It pops off his glove, but that's going to stop Mandeville advancing, and we'll have runners at first and second on that fielding error by the second baseman. And that will bring up a pinch hitter now as Artie Ramirez will step in for Clayton Coates in the catcher's spot. So now we're going to see number 5, Artie Ramirez, stepping in. Ramirez on the year is hitting .321 on the year and has been hit by pitch twice as he takes strike one over the outside edge, has 17 RBIs in 78 at-bats, and has 14 runs on 25 hits. Ramirez will drive that one down foul over the right field line and is quickly down in the count 0-2. No outs here in the top of the 7th. And Ramirez drives that one, and that one's going to go down for a double play. That ball was hit sharply to second base, flipped to the shortstop, and then over to first for the twin killing, and the A's are now down to their final at bat, or final out of this inning, and what could be also the final out of this game for the A's. And that will be Brett Graber stepping in for this at bat. Graber looks at pitch one a little below the letters, but called a strike. And he's down 0-1. Graber so far in this game is 1 for 3 and takes a pitch more towards the inside now, 1-1 for Graber. Like I said, Graber's 1 for 3, a walk, a fly out. And that ball is popped up towards left center and is dropped. That, they were there. That's going to go down as an E6, as that was the shortstop there trying to cover. That is now 2 errors in this inning for the Moos, and things just continue to not go well. And that'll bring in Griffin Williams to the plate. And the A's now lead 24-5. And Griffin Williams is now ahead in the count 2-0. Williams pops that one up. It's going out to left field, but it's caught to end the inning. The A's have added one more. And we head to the bottom of the 7th. And the Midwest Moos need to tack on 10 runs in order to extend this game. So we'll head to the bottom of the 7th. You've been listening to A's Baseball. Welcome back to the ball game. We're live at Wichita South High School. It is the Midwest Moos and your Dodge City A's, and the Moos are down to their last 3 outs of this game as we are under a 10-run rule, and we are in the bottom of the 7th. The A's leading 24-5, and we're going to have a pinch hitter. The pitcher's now coming in, and David Garduno. Garduno will take that pitch up high for ball 1 as Ryan Spear is out in his 7th inning of work. So we very well could see Spear go a complete game tonight. And Garduno drives that one out towards left center. And Graber is there to haul that one in for the first out of the inning. And that will bring up shortstop for the Moos, number 25, Hunter Tiffany. Tiffany so far on the night is 2 for 3, has a single, a fly out, and another single. And Tiffany fouls off the first pitch he sees and is quickly now down in the count 0-1. And the Midwest Moos have to tack on 10 runs here in this inning in order to extend this game. And now Tiffany is down quickly in the count, 0-2, as he looks at a strike over the plate. And that'll be a broken bat for Tiffany as he dribbles one to shortstop. And Mikey Kane delivers that one to Gabe Ramos in time for out number 2. And the Moos are now down to their last out. And they are sending Peyton Keller to the plate. Keller's hitting 167 on the season, and so far in this game is 1 for 3 with 2 strikeouts and a single, and looks at strike number 1 over the plate. And the Moos are now down to their last 2 strikes. That pitch is popped up. Ramos is given chase, and he will haul it in. And ladies and gentlemen, that's the game. The A's take this one 24-5. And will look forward to facing the Liberal BJs tomorrow night. We will host the BJs at home. First pitch set for 7 p.m. And that is it for tonight's broadcast, ladies and gentlemen. We will end this game. Your final game numbers. The A's win this one 24-5. A's have 24 runs, 21 hits, no errors, and leave 8. And the Moos will score 5 on 10 runs, 2 errors in this game, which came late, and leave 7. Ryan Spear went a complete game and will take the win. And that is it for us here from Wichita South High School. Again, this has been Justin Hergert saying so long And Adam Kadavy will be in tomorrow to have the call. Again, first pitch at 7 p.m. So Justin Hergert saying so long and good night from Wichita